Hi everyone, this is Dr. Binning coming to you live from the clinic. We're doing a short interview with a patient and friend of ours named Vicki. I'm going to just introduce her to you shortly. What we want to do is just share some information and her experience on a detox program she just finished that lasted about 6 weeks long. And to say the least, it's a challenge. A lot of dietary restrictions, but she made it through it, and she has a story to share. So, this is Vicki.
Hi.
And first of all, I just want to ask, was there any difficulties, or were you afraid to kind of start this whole process?
I think it was before we started the detox that it was the idea of it's going to take 6 weeks to complete everything. Once I got into it, it was no. It wasn't as difficult as I had thought, as long as you have preparation and food and knowing what the supplements are that you had to take for certain times of the week and certain weeks. It also made a difference because there was team support, because there was more than myself doing it.
Now, what about some of the foods? Now, you had to cut out all grains for a period of time. You had to cut out dairy for the whole thing. And what about the coffee? I know the coffee was a tough one for you.
Coffee was, when I finally got my head wrapped around it that I wasn't going to be drinking coffee. It only took a few days. The headache was ridiculous, but it improved after a few days, and so far I haven't had any caffeine.
Great. And that was 6 weeks ago, right?
6 weeks.
Awesome. Now we have a list that we filled out, and there's a total of 26 symptoms. And on this list of 26 symptoms, Vicki showed improvement on 14 of them, which is pretty amazing. So I'll just have Vicki read out some of the things that she noticed she felt better after doing this 6 week program.
Mm-hmm. The first thing on the list is having more energy. I find that I sleep better as well, and therefore your energy will improve. I have better digestion. I did have problems in the past, and they seem to be rectified. I'm not dependent on laxatives or stool softeners, which was my problem, and that has to do with the better digestion. I feel like I have better muscle tone. It's still improving, and it's probably going to take a while to get it to where I want, but it has. I feel better. I have less pain. I have chronic knee pain in my both knees, and it has improved greatly in the past few weeks. I feel less sleepy in the afternoon, and that's because when you wake up in the morning and you feel that you've had a good solid amount of sleep, it certainly helps. I have lost weight on the program. At this point I have lost 22 pounds, and there's more to come, but I find that I've got myself in a much better headspace now that I have started the weight loss.
Now, you were exercising previously to starting this detox program, and
Mm-hmm.
how did you do with any of the weight you lost when you were doing that?
For the first couple of weeks on it, I really felt like my muscles were fatigued when I was at the gym doing the work, but that's not a problem any longer. It must have just been a phase that I had gone through.
And how much weight, did you struggle to lose weight at the gym previously, before starting the program?
Previously, after being a lot more active in a year and trying to watch my food intake, I hadn't lost a pound. And once I started this, that's when the weight started to drop off.
Right.
Some of the other things that I had noted on the list was, I think I'm in a better mood. I have detoxified my body, and hopefully that will improve in other areas throughout the time that I'm doing my weight loss. And therefore my diet has improved because I'm really watching and trying to eat as clean as possible.
Now, I know when we start a program like this, it's 6 weeks long, and usually at the beginning there's the common comments you hear, I can't wait till this is over so I can eat so and so and so and so. Now that your program has ended and you feel the way you feel and you notice all these improvements in your sleep and weight loss and energy levels, have you gone back to eating anything that you used to eat on a regular basis?
No. When I first started the program, I was really craving wheat, but I stuck to my guns and I didn't eat that type of food. I said that I was going to have a steak on the first day after the detox, and I did have some beef, but it wasn't nearly the amount that I had pictured in my mind that I was going to eat.
Great. So because you were so successful, I'm just going to present you with a little certificate. I know how challenging this was for you because I did it with you.
Absolutely.
And so did my wife, and it isn't easy, but I don't want to say it's impossible or difficult, but it is a challenge. Like you would say, you would agree with me, most of the people you know who would question you what type of things you couldn't eat and things like that throughout this 6-week process, probably at the first 2 things you mentioned would say, I'm never going to do it.
Yes.
But you stuck to your guns, you did it, and because of that, you received all the benefits now.
Absolutely.
Right? So here's your certificate from us.
Thank you.
And that's keep that safe. You achieved it. We didn't do any of the hard work for you. All we did was guide you when you were struggling. But this is a great accomplishment because, like I said, most people wouldn't even attempt to accomplish this, and because of that, wouldn't have, like you said, all these improvements. 14 out of 26 symptoms have improved. So
absolutely,
that's amazing.
Thanks very much. I think that just for anybody who is considering doing this, it is important to have support, and you and your wife were definitely a good support system for me on this journey.
Okay, thank you. And so we look forward to continued success, and when we have more success to report, I'm sure Vicki will be happy to share it with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.